everyone, my name's GeoRob and I'm from the internet, and today what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be doing a sketchbook tour. Now, I told myself that this year, every single time I would finish a sketchbook, I would film a tour about it as soon as possible. So that's what we're going to do today. Without further ado, we're just going to jump in on this. So, front page, and right away what I'm seeing is that I am seeing a drawing that I've done of myself that looks way more attractive than I will ever look. So great, I'm trying to build my self-esteem, and I end up crushing it at the same time, which is fantastic. But other than that, I do actually like the way that the page turned out, because I feel like it has a decent composition. And I do like the pose and how it flows with the words. I think that's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. And then, of course, we start off with a pun, because I'm all about that. Well, it's not really a pun. We start off with a little joke, and that's that we have a drawing of Brendan Urie saying, "I have high hopes for this sketchbook. I'll prepare to have them all be crushed and burned." That's all it comes down to. There's a Christmas commemoration. There's a Christmas-themed sketch to celebrate Christmas in my sketchbook, because I can't pronounce that one word that I tried so desperately to say. There's my character Smithy, and then there is my character Edgar, who is my emo mage. Well, one of my many emo mages. Then there is the Christmas sketch that I posted onto Instagram. Once again, it's a much more attractive version of myself that makes me feel bad for even existing. Oh, and there's my lame excuse for using oxygen. Okay, that last part was a lot funnier in my head than it was in execution. Here's a cliche comic of my two characters. This is a character that is from the same story as those characters that were in that cliched comic. And then here is Smithy and Edgar again. This is event art page. And then here is event art page, because I was having a bad day, okay? Having a really bad day. Look at how bad that day must have been. Does that look like a bad day? That looks like a bad day to me. Oops, I listened to too much Fall Out Boy again. That's your excuse? Yeah, don't mind these. I have autism, and I have been in the special ed ever since I would say that I've been in the 4th grade, I would guess. Would be the closest assumption. So, yeah. That's why you see weird stuff like that. And then we have a sketch that I did in under 5 minutes. Then here we have my children. This is a goth elitist. And this is emo trash. That was an awkward way to introduce your characters. And then this is just a drawing of a creepy girl, because I do that. I do that. This is a drawing of my boyfriend. I love him so. And this is a drawing of me saying I'm fine. This is Smithy. And this is a corpse. Wow, it's almost like I was trying to be pretentious. Here's Edgar and Smithy. This is a drawing of my boyfriend, because he took a picture of himself that I just was like... I mean, he is, but like the picture was like, so. Oh, and that's his eyeball, because I used him as a study reference. Seems accurate. Here's nothing but figure studies. Over here we have figure studies for days. And I do studies in my sketchbook. I'm a good artist. Like, this was from a photo. Okay, funny story behind why everything here is like taped on. like she glued on. And that's because, like the genius I am, I forgot my sketchbook at work when the next day I had off. So there was a solid day that I just did not have my sketchbook. So that day, all the stuff that I drew, I went ahead and I just did it all on copy paper and glued it in. See, this was done with the hoo-hoo markers. I do not use alcohol-based markers in my sketchbook because they bleed through almost anything, and I'm not really a fan of that. I like drawing on both sides of the page to save on paper. Oh, ew, gross. There was a hair there. There was a hair there. Here we have another emo mage, because I'm starting to think that's all I like drawing. I'm always happy to draw an emo mage. There's my boyfriend. Yeah, I wanted to try to draw my boyfriend in the style of the Persona games, but I just couldn't get it down. So that really didn't end up happening. And that is a picture of an eye that I'm actually pretty proud of, so. This was when I wouldn't stop listening to Gerard Way's Baby, You're a Haunted House. And now I'm gonna try singing from it.
That bad? I think that was pretty bad. That was really bad.
Oh look, it's my boyfriend insisting that he's not a furry. Oh look, a drawing in here that I don't hate because it's of a person that I actually like. This is Nick from Nightmind. And I really wanted to draw him because it was an excuse to draw a furry without being judged. This is my favorite mom, Bird Mom. And I think Square Mom is the best mom. If Steven had to be raised by one of them and only one of them, I would want it to be Garnet. But I do think Pearl is the second best. Ironically enough, my least favorite out of the three is Amethyst, despite her being my birthstone. Boo! Yeah, but fun fact about this ghost, he's always blushing. He's never not blushing. He is always blushing. And those are my two characters that I haven't named yet. But I think they're a cute couple. There's me trying to design my wedding dress. There's me not having a super great day. You know what, let's look at the dog instead. I was so focused. Okay, so I was so focused on this drawing that I ended up not really doing this page that many favors. I mean, just look how smudged everything is. Yeah, I guess I forgot to have a drawing surface underneath my sketchbook to protect those. There we go, we have my characters being all cute again.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this?
Oh look, there's me being extremely classy. Look how classy I am. I'm just dripping with so much class. Look at all that class. I'm not some Vine-obsessed eye-jenner at all. No, not at all. Nope. I feel like that every single day. This one right there is a mood. This was a drawing that I liked, but I didn't finish because he looked way too much like this guy who made fun of me for using big words of all things in high school. I'm not. His reasons for making fun of me were weak. Oh wow. I'm being so classy again. Look how classy I am. Just so much class. But yeah, I was redesigning my avatar because I wanted to give her glowing blue eyes again, and I also wanted to simplify her a little bit. I take on the time warp challenge. This is me when I was happy. This is me when I entered middle school. This is me when I began homeschooling, my house burned down, and I had the depression. This is me trying to reintegrate into society when my parents realized that it was a mistake for me to go into homeschooling, and because they couldn't keep up with the curriculum, so I had to go back into mainstream schooling as a junior, and I didn't know how to socialize, my autism wasn't helping with that either. Which, yes, I do have autism. And then this is me as a sort of better 19-year-old. I'm still anxious, still a little bit depressed from time to time, but you know, I'm surviving a lot easier now. Here's kind of how my avatar redesign kind of came together, especially with like the blue eyes. I really like this pose. I feel like there's a lot of energy in it. You know, there's definitely like a line of action that I appreciate. This is my personality type, by the way, in case you're wondering. Here's a drawing that I did with just highlighters, ballpoint pen, and a cheap mechanical pencil, and I actually really like how it turned out. Here's my curvaceous snake lady. She used to be a villain in a story that I was planning, but I just draw her for fun now. Clearly, I was having a great day that day. Once again, just the best of times, the worst of times. Hey, are you listening? All I see around me are familiar faces. Oh look, something that actually looks pretty cute. I like this one. Also, I colored it with the Arteza brush pens. They're pretty good. I'm liking them quite a bit. Oh, my coworker introduced me to a band called Creature Feature, and he described it best. He described it as kind of like if Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas music was like actually morbid. Like the lyrics were morbid. And I listened to them and I really liked their song Buried Alive, which just is filled with Edgar Allan Poe references. And it's a good song, 10 out of 10 would recommend. But so I was in the mood to draw some creepy stuff. Look at all those crackly cracklies. So many crackly cracklies. I call this one Embalmed, because she's looking a little dead. This is me telling my heart and my brain that they're both stupid, because your heart will always be broken and your brain will always be dumb. I went through a lot of drama my senior year of high school. I held a grudge against this person for a very long time, but eventually I ended up forgetting that I was even upset with them and that they even existed. There's a professor looking guy. He looks intelligent, I think. Me and my coworker both have like furry friends, so we were having like a discussion like, if we were furries, what would our persona be? And he said a ram, so I wanted to draw him as a ram for just like a surprise, like, hey, I drew you something. But rams are a pain in the ass. I tried drawing my boyfriend as a husky. A mood. I feel this on a spiritual level. And here's the last page of the sketchbook. And it just has fire written on my hand. So, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, then I'm sorry I wasted your time. Subscribe if you are so inclined. And, comments are very appreciated. Not just because, like, they help the algorithm, but just because they make me feel slightly better about myself. Because if this video said anything about me, it's that I have very, very low self-worth. Godspeed, this is GeoRob signing out.